Hi, friends, brothers, and sisters. Hope you are doing great and your preparation is going good. You are staying safe, and hopefully, the past videos I have released, 12 videos, are helping you a lot. I'm seeing all the comments and likes. Thanks for that. And also, I have actually taken a break after almost more than a week of making videos and all. So, I went out for a trip and did some photography and all, spent time with nature. In this video I will be covering only few questions. I think four questions, and I would also like to share something about my trip and all. There is a reason why I wanted to put that. So I will be sharing some pics and all, and I will also be talking something like kind of motivational, as you can say. So before that, I will flash the questions as usual. So here is one question from UC 2017, and I've been getting a lot of comments, people saying that it is difficult to solve this question. Basically, this question is to, count the number of surfaces as which is common, and people are finding it difficult to visualize. So I thought I will take this question and explain here very quickly. And the second question is going to be this one. Given this configuration, what is the length of this ladder AB? That's the question. I will explain this in a proper way. And the other one is on given this kind of a particular, print roller, what are the options that will suit the patterns created out of this? This is also a simple question, but I want to explain this. And finally, one on numerical aptitude, basically aptitude question in which, given the cylinder and if a ant, crawls over this, what will be the length of this thing? Which is straightforward for those who are good at aptitude. So I will explain this. So only these four questions I will be taking in this particular video. But I wanted to share something which is personal to me, which is like. The trips like I said, I went on a trip to bike ride to some beautiful locations. So I just wanted to share those pics and talk something about that. As you can see, these are some of the pics I did as part of my hobby, which is a photography. I like to spend time with nature, also ride my bike for long drives like 100 to 100 kilometers in a stretch. So these are some pics. Just wanted to flash to you. You can see all the cows and all, farming and all. So I like to watch this, the hard work of these people, the way of rural life and all. So these are some pics, recent pics. Though I have good pics, I'm just flashing the recent one. This is my bike. I have Gixxer SF, so I go for long rides, especially on rural parts of India. I'm just pushing. I like to spend time with nature, especially with water source, and also I found a place like dam, so where I spent around 3 to 4 hours doing nothing other than just taking the fresh air. I have a Sony Pixel, Sony mirrorless camera, so I use that. And here is one pic taken by a stranger. It's an old pic. This is my bike. Yeah, and apart from that, no, I will tell why I am showing all this. If this feels illogical, but just wait for a minute. So these are some of the artworks that I do as a hobby. These are some of the works done in iPad, digital paints using Adobe Draw app. So this is my family. It's me. You can see the hairstyle. And these are some recent works done by me. Some, same using the same digital apps. Okay, so that's it. Why I wanted to share this in this particular video, because I want to tell you guys that many of you are thinking that we should enjoy our life, you make use of time. Not studies are not the only thing that is going to you know that is going to, or if we keep studying every time, our life is going to ruin. So those kind of thoughts usually comes to us, most of us, especially when we are in 20s, 25s, even 30s. So basically, ideally, what I wanted to say is, before doing all this, I am about 30. Before doing all this, I am a bookworm. I used to, spend that my time, most of my time on books only, studying, reading, and all. And that's why you can see, even I'm not able to speak properly. That's because I used to speak very less. I used to, read only. If not only, subjects, I keep reading stories and all. I am fond of reading these short stories, moral stories, and all. So, that's because at that time when I was student, I felt as a job, my job as a student is to study, only study, right? And I had to sacrifice several things. Like I like photography, I like travel, I like to, wear good clothes and all. I mean, I like to watch a lot of movies. I missed a lot of movies during that time. So my friends were actually making fun of me. Like they used to say, like, "Dude, you are not enjoying your life. You are missing a lot." Like that, they used to enjoy. But now, if you see, actually, they are jealous of what I am doing right now. I mean, the kind of works I do, the kind of the diversity of works that I do, and also the way I usually enjoy my life. That's because now they are after marriages and all, they got stuck, and they are kind of restricted, and also at that time they used to enjoy, and now because of not I don't want to say this, but because of not studying properly also, they were not able to find proper source of income, and so they were struggling now. But that is quite opposite to me, which is because as a student, because I am a student, I used to study, did do my job of studying, and I did that properly, and now I get plenty of time to do all the stuffs, including making these videos, maintaining the blogs and all, replying to each and every one of you, most of you, right? So I get plenty of time right now because I did my job that time, so I am safe now. Which means, the 5 or 6 years that you are going to spend, right? Sorry, let me take this. The 6 years of study you are going to spend, 6 or 8, even let it be 8 years, is actually going to help you for the rest of your 40 or 50 years of your life. If you do your job as a student, utilizing your this 2 plus 4, I mean the inter 2 and degree 4, or let's say even 8, if you want, you can take 8 also. If you spend your time genuinely as a student, if you do your job of studying for this time, that is going to help you for the rest of your 40 to 50 years. But here is the funny thing, if you try to enjoy your this study period, which is around 6 or 8 years, you know probably you may have to suffer for the rest of your life, right? So that's the logic, right? Something like that. So what I want to say is, you know life is there with us. We can enjoy anytime, every time, all the times. Also, we have plenty of time, and it all depends on how we tune our life. That is going to be change our future. The tuning of our life, the way we take our life into what it should be, is and it will come to our hands only when we prove to people that we are capable, and we are serious in what we are doing. We are serious and committed to what we are doing, right? So that means, so if you believe that doing our job, this line, doing our work perfectly, I have taken from one spiritual book, which is, I don't want to mention the name. I hope many of you know, but that book says, the spiritual book says, like, as a the only job of a person is to do his job, and he has to leave the what you call the results, whether it is good or bad, to to its fate destiny, right? So that's what that spiritual. I don't want to tell which one because I'm not here to speak spirituality. But the good thing is what it says is what the Almighty there itself says. As when you are opted to be a particular category, like if you are a student, your job is to do a student. If you are a say parent, your job is to raise your children properly, right? So that's how. If you are, let's say, businessman, your job is to maintain a business, something like that. So if you are something, so better be serious in that, right? So better make use of available resource. You can, right? Many there are plenty of students who are struggling for education. They are not having proper money for education. Even if you see my life, I have written in my books. I have written books also. If you see, I struggled for my education in the sense like for paying the fees and all. Though despite I was doing great in education, but all those struggles, helped me be the man what you are seeing now. So that's other story. But the thing is, all the struggles. If you compare with people who are actually struggling, right? So the people who are not having access to food also, so it should actually motivate us to take whatever we are doing as serious. So right now as a student, what I suggest is do your job, and now after this 6 or 8 years of hard work, the whole life is going to be in your hands. That's how it is. That's how life is. Like you can see how I am right now. I do a lot of things. I travel, I do photography, I do digital art, I make time to if I want to eat something, I go out and play. My parents are not restricting now because they knew that I am kind of serious, or they knew that I am kind of do in ethically, I would say. So that's why they gave liberty to me and to move around and to do whatever I wish to do. So that's how life is going smooth to me. And also I am pursuing all the hobbies which I felt I have left during my education time right now, including the blogs and all. I have also written books. If you want to see, I will show. Okay. This is my Insta page where I just showing you here. I have plenty of pics uploading almost every day. Showing my interest and all, like the nature things, the birds and all. Right. So that's what I want to say. Ki we have plenty of time in the future to enjoy our life, to tune our life, to make our life as we wish to be, right? And we don't have to feel bad of spending all of our time into studies. So that's what I wanted to say. So that's it. So I want to show my, yeah, these are two books which are available for me. Another book I have for that is on novel, which is in Amazon. But these two books are available for free. If you want, you can just download. It's available in blog or everywhere. Everywhere I share this. One is on experience. The other one is on short bag of short model stories, which is really good. This book is really good. I'm getting very good reviews. Of course, I'm writing the second part of this book right now. So you can see I'm maintaining the authorship even though it's not so, but still I'm able to pursue these things. So that's what I wanted to say. So all I wanted to say is this thing, which is like make use of your available resources. Be thankful to God for the what you call the facilities given, and the the good health and education, all the comforts being given. Make use of them and perform. If you perform only thing that as a student, perform your studies. I would say it's the easiest part of a human's life is studying, I would say, because I'm also a student, I know. Because what's there, we have to sit and study, right? So other thing, if you go into job, you will understand what it will be like. It will be like hell of life, right? So make use of the time and do well. If you do well in the future, you are going to enjoy a lot. So that's what I want to cover very quickly. Give little motivation of what has happened to me, so that in case if you want, if you find that helpful, I would be very happy. So that's it. Let's take the questions as usual, and sorry if I had bored you. All right. So this question says, shown below are two views of the same 3D view. How many non-contiguous surfaces are there on an object, right? Okay, so I had shared how to solve, count number of surfaces kind of questions in my previous videos, a lot of videos. I just want to take this as like I said, is many people are finding this little confusing. So let me see if I can clear this with some thing. So let's say if some object is given like this, let's say a cube is there, a box, okay, the view of which was given, something like this, okay. So what it is making me understand is this particular edge is little front, and this is the backmost part, right? So which means this is going to be a front, these are two slanting, and this is the backmost, right? So and also since this is the perspective of this is something like this, which means this is one surface and this is going to be another surface, right? So simple, right? So likewise, if some object is giving something like this, instead of this, if you see the top surface, the topmost surface, okay, so when you see the topmost surface, which means the face or the edge which is appearing straight near to you is going to the frontmost, and this is going to be the backmost, right? So why I have to say this, I will tell. So if you take this question, right, so somehow some of you might get confused of which one is wall, which one is not. Like some of you might feel that this is say part of a solid, right? In the next view, this week, this view itself will make you go nuts of what is happening here. This blah blah the thing, right? So that's why I had to draw the previous one. So here, be mindful of this surface, right? The surfaces which are available, this surface. So the view itself should give you clarity that no, this if say the view is something like this with front being visible, which means you are viewing from some height. Let's say if the object is here, this is the side view, so you are viewing from here, and that's why you are able to see this surface, right? But if you see this particular object, what is happening, you are not able to see the top surface, but you are able to see the bottom surface, which is this one, right? So which mean something, let me draw that, which is something like this, like I had already said, okay, which means if the object in the side view is like this, you are viewing from here, from bottom, and that's why you are able to see this. You are not able to see the top one, right? So that is very basic, I know. So what we have to do here is, let me erase this. Okay, so as usual, what I usually do is I take I count surfaces from different sides, which is going to be my front and right, left, back, or what you call the bottom, back, top, and the bottom. So these 6 sides I usually view, especially when the object can be rotated in 6 direction. And if it is not, no, we cannot rotate. And if something like cylinder or something, I will skip some of these surfaces, right? So this is how I usually proceed. So likewise, I think I have already explained the directions and all in my past videos very clearly. So let me take this as the front view. This is the front direction where I'm standing here and watching. So this is going to be my right. So this is my right view, right? This is going to be my left hand. So it is going to be left view. The back, top is from here, and the bottom is from here, which is clear, right? So now coming to the front view, which is visible from here, right? So if I take this, what are the surfaces which are directly visible to me? If I stand from here and observe this, what are the surfaces which are clearly visible to me? That's what I'm going to do. So this particular surface, which is continuous, the L shape, is a surface which is visible to me, right? All right, let me do one thing before that. Very quickly I will just highlight you what are the solid parts of the solids. Okay, so this is the one particular solid, this whole thing, if you can see the top one, right? So the green highlighted part is a kind of solid called a cube, cut cube, which is nothing but this one, which is the back side of this. So this particular one. Okay. So apart from that, you have this flanges kind of thing, this L kind of flanges, which is also this one, right? Which is also going like this. And likewise in this direction also you have this flange. So this is a part of the solid which they have given. So you have to visualize like this. Okay, so this is also a part, this is also a part, this is also a part, right? So these two are open. In the top, if you see, likewise, so this flange is going to, sorry, I will take different color. Okay, this flange is going to make the complete the solid, actually this one, particular one. So actually, so the here these parts are actually not a part of solid, they are empty space. That's what you need to understand. Likewise here, if you see, so this part here and here, these are empty space, which is not a part of solid. The rest of these are going to be solid. I hope you got a clarity of how this is looking. So let's start counting. Here is this. Shit, not able to erase. Okay, let me copy new one. Okay. Yes. So if I say this as my front view, okay. So if I start counting, what are the visible objects which are directly appearing to me, visible to me from the front direction? I will highlight. So this one is straight away near to my view. If I stand from here and watch, right? This is my head, this is my left hand, right hand. Okay, so this is actually perpendicular to the view, so this will not be available, I mean visible. So this, likewise this is also perpendicular, you cannot see that. So this is visible, right? So remember, this together is one surface, because this is lying on a one plane. If you assume as a plane, okay, all these points will be lying on this particular plane, and there are no edges, right? So there are no edges like this, so we consider this as one solid, I mean one surface. This is another surface. Likewise, this is not visible, which is on the side. This is also not visible, this is not visible. Yes, this is visible. Let me highlight this. Okay, this is perpendicular, so for this, so it is not visible. This is also perpendicular, so not visible. This is visible because this is straight away. This is also lying on the flat surface, so it will not be visible if I watch from here. Likewise, this is visible. Let me highlight this. Okay, like I said, this is not visible. Let's move up. This is also lying flat, so not visible. This is definitely visible, straight front, right? Likewise, this is visible. No, this is not visible, sorry. Yes, this is visible, right? This is not visible, this is not visible, top surface is not visible. So in the front I could see only this surfaces, right, which is going to be, let me write here front. I have to erase that stuff. So yeah, 1, 2, this is going to 1, this is going to be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So front, just remember you have some, 7 surfaces, right? Shit, man. Okay. So I have in the front 7 surfaces. Okay. So this is my front. This was my front. So let me look at this right side, which is almost looking same. That's why I have taken. So if you see, like in the earlier one, let me quickly highlight this. Whatever is visible, this one, which is if I watch from here, this is straight away visible. So let me highlight that. Right, this is clear. This will not visible. This is also not visible. This is visible. Okay, this is not visible. This is not visible, and this is space. This is visible. Yes. This is perpendicular, not visible. This is straight, so visible. Okay, and this is actually I'm saying perpendicular. It is actually parallel to the view. Only perpendicular like this. If you see from here, this is perpendicular, so which will be visible. So these are parallel, so it is not visible. Likewise, this will be visible, right? So this will not be visible. This will not be visible. This will not be visible. Likewise, this is straight away perpendicular, so which is visible. Good. And this is not visible, but this thing is visible from this direction. If I watch from this direction, this is not visible, this is not visible, right? So which is almost same as in the direction front. I'm just for clarity I'm giving, but you can just take it as 7. Let us count anyway. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? Same. Let's see if I can erase. Okay, no problem. So right is also going to be 7, right? So let me go to the back side, which is this one, which is, let's say, back. So this side, let's say if this is the back, my back, okay, because if I watch, this is the reverse side as shown, which is clear, because if you see this the two L's coming front, here it is going to the back, right, which is reverse of this two direction. Likewise, if you visualize this particular L shape which is coming to the front, here it is actually not this one, this one, it's going back, right? So this is actually reverse. So let me take this as my back and this as my left, this or this, but yeah. So in the back view, if I zoom in, which means if I observe from this side, so you can see yeah, so this particular surface is continuous. If you see, let me highlight that. The whole surface is actually continuous without any break or turns or something like that. So this is actually going to count for only one surface. Because it's continuous. Okay, this is one. Let's see what else. This is, if I watch from here, it is parallel, so it is not visible. This is perpendicular, yes, we need this. 2. This is not visible, this is not visible. Let me erase. This is not visible because it is parallel. Okay, this. Okay, in this direction if you see this, yes. Likewise here if you see, this part, right, there will be a L here, or let's say this one, whatever is visible here, yes, this part, and this will not visible parallel, this will not also be not visible, the bottom will also be not visible. Likewise if you come here, this, if you stand here in between, let's say here, so this is parallel, I mean parallel, so it will not be visible, but this will be visible. Don't get confused here. If you are standing here, you can ask what is, why, how this is visible if this thing is blocking the view of this. So it's not like that. So the idea is whatever is, if not standing here, if you stand here, whatever is straight away in front of this. So that's the point. Otherwise, you will miss counting this in other views. Okay. So the idea is, so don't forget about the blocking things, but whatever is just perpendicular view of the arrow in the direction in which you are viewing, like this one, this is perpendicular, this is perpendicular, so that you count as a view. So that's what I usually do. So likewise I have taken this one and this, and that side I don't think yeah, if I see from here, yes, there will be no. Cool, so there will be no, so the only this one, so which is, this whole thing, which is 1, right, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's it. Okay, so back is going to be 5. Okay, let me erase this stuff. This one's, oh god. Okay, anyway, this is my 5. So like what, let me do that. I'm not sure if I'm missing something, but this is how, this is what you call, this is a way of counting surface that I do. So this is going to be left, which is missing. Yes, we are done with left, front, right, back. We need left. So because if this is front, this is going to be my right, which I have done. This is going to be left, which will look something like this. So that's why I have taken this as left. Okay. So this should also come as 5 as previous, but let us see. So this whole continuous surface, which is straight away perpendicular to our view, yes, this is going to be one surface. This is not coming because this is parallel. This is also not coming, but this will be countable, right? This will also be not accountable because this is parallel. I should ignore it. This is straight away perpendicular, so I should take it. This I should not take. This I should not take. This is parallel, I should not take. This is also parallel, I should not take. This one is perpendicular, yes, I will take. Likewise, this is parallel, I will not take. This is perpendicular, yes. This is parallel, no. Yes, I mean that's it. The bottom one is also parallel to ground surface, so I should not take. So I think this much. Yes, so how many? It should be 5. This whole thing 1, 2, 3, right? 4 and 5, right? So I hope this is clear. Okay, so I have to put left as 5. Now let's move to the top view. Okay, so if I view from here, which is here, if you take top for this view, you will not be able to visualize this thing. So I will take this as for to count, right? This is clear, right? So if I take this, this is straight away visible and continuous, will add to 1. This is not visible, this will not come, this will not come, this will not come, this will not come, so I should erase. This will come because it's perpendicular to top. Likewise, this should come. Okay, this should come, this should come, which is perpendicular to the top. Baki, like this will not come, this will not come, This will also not come, this will also not come. Parallel, this will also not come, this will also not come. Yes, this should come. Perpendicular, this should also come. Yes. All right, so how much? I think that's it, right? I should have missed her. No, that's it. So this is going to be 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 again, right? Cool. Okay, so let's move the the remaining, the only thing which is bottom. Okay, so if I take this view for bottom, I cannot do that. It is impractical because you are not able to visualize this, so we have to move to this particular view. So count from here. So yeah, this is straight away visible, or let me take different color. Okay, this whole surface is visible and continuous, so I should take this whole surface as one, this whole surface, right? Because it's continuous. One. And what else? This will not come, this will also not come, this will not come, but yes, this will come because it's perpendicular. Likewise, from bottom, this is perpendicular. Yes. Okay, this is perpendicular, I should take. Yes, it will go up. This will not come, but this will come perpendicular, right? Yes. You don't have to worry about the other because you have already counted in the other views. So that's why this I always go with this pattern, left, right, front view, so that I will not miss anything, right? So cool. So how many? So this whole thing, 1 2 3 4 and 5, right? So I hope we haven't missed anything. So let me take 5. So the whole thing is 7 3 is 21 plus 5 3 is 15, right? So which is going to be 36. So this is the answer. I hope this is the correct answer. I hope you got the visualization of how this is happening, right? So let's move to the next question. By the way, the introduction I have given today, I mean the pictures and all, and the boring explanation I have given, I hope it's kind of motivating to you. If so, just let me know in the comments so that we will get to know whether I have to put such kind of stuff in the future or not. It will clear me, right? Cool. So let's move to the next question, which is yeah, a greenhouse constructed in the shape of a hemispherical dome. This is a hemispherical dome, okay. Houses a cuboid structure as shown in the below figure. The top 4 corners of the cuboid just touch the inside of the hemisphere, okay, like this. This is also touching the sphere, this also touching the sphere, okay. The diameter of the hemisphere is going to be 20, okay. The center of the base of the cuboid and the center of the base of the hemisphere coincide, which is this, okay. So let me call that as O, as center. Coincide. A ladder AB is placed from one corner of the cuboid as indicated with the point B, which is this, okay, reaching the center on the top surface of the cuboid as indicated by the point A, which is this, okay. What is the length of the ladder AB? This length. So this looks little complicated or kind of impossible to many of you, and but actually, frankly speaking, this is very straightforward and very simple. I will tell how. Probably many of you have already figured it out, but still, let's see if we can help other friends. So yeah, don't worry about if you are good or bad in one of these, because not all are good in everything. Some of us are good in something, but we lack in other things, right? So if you are good in everything, we become God. So don't worry, don't demotivate yourself. This is perfectly all right. If you are not able to solve something, it's fine, you can do better in something else. So just keep learning, right? So yeah, so the basic here is, let me take a 2D triangle, sorry, 2D rectangle. Okay, this is not looking like rectangle. Okay, let me take lines then. Okay, Alright, so let's assume this as a rectangle. So here the idea is the no logic is, if you join these things, this is called diagonal. Let's say AC, because we call this as BD. So the AC length is going to be the same as BD length. Okay, these are called diagonals. Okay, so this, this two things are going to be the same length, diagonals. So this is simple, right? If you have watched in one of my videos, in not one, I think two or three of my videos, I have told about if in a triangle, hypotenuse, opposite side, adjacent side are given, then the longest side, which is hypotenuse side square, is going to be sum of the squares of the two sides, which is opposite side square plus adjacent square. This very basic theorem of mathematics. So if you consider this as one triangle, okay, so this square plus this square is going to give the square of the length of this one, right? So which is actually same as this one. So because this length, let me take different color, this length and this length are same because they are rectangles parallel. Okay, and similarly this length AB and DC are going to be the same, right? So this area, I mean the, if you do the this principle, what is the name of this principle? What is this thing? I forgot the name. Okay, anyway, so this AC is actually going to be same as BD, right? So AC is equal to BD. The diagonals are equal. That's what you want to understand. Simple logic. If you understand this problem is going to be simpler. Now move to 3D. Okay, so let me pull this down. So that is 2D image. Okay, so if I assume I have a box, okay, assume I have a box, something like this. Yeah, okay, this is the box, and behind, which is not visible, I will draw in dashed lines. This is the behind one. I hope you are able to visualize this as a box. Now if you see, let me give names to this so that it will be clear. If you understand this question and kind of similar questions will be going to be easier. Okay, so just watch it. A, B, C, D, which are bottom ones, and let's call the top one as, let's say in numbers, let's put as numbers 1, or I have started here 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so the alphabets are on the base bottoms and the numbers are numerical one on the top, right? It is clear. So now if I join this, it's orange. If I join the opposites, A opposite is 3. So if I join A3, the opposite of which is going to be B4. If I join these two opposites one, you can visualize actually, right? So A3 opposite is going to be actually not this one. I should take different one. AC3. So the state below is C, and the state above A is 1. So if I join A3, this length is actually going to be same as C1. Okay. So let me write here, A3 is equal to C1. Okay, so likewise, if I take this color, if I join 2 with the D opposites, which is slightly visible here, I hope you can visualize, right? Which is actually exactly equal to B and the top one, B1, right? So my D2 is equal to B, sorry, this is 4, right? B4. So I hope you got this, right? So this is straightforward. The opposites, A, which is the bottom here and the top of here, right? is going to be the bottom of your top of your line's length. I hope this is clear, right? So this is straightforward. So these are nothing but the diagonals. So A3 is equal to C1 is equal D2 is equal to B4. In fact, these two are also equal. I mean, all these are equal, which is A3 is equal to C1 is equal to D2 is equal to B4, because since let's say this is a square, which is what we have right now. Cuboid means sides are same, right? So since this is a square, let's say this cuboid, I mean all sides are equal. So you have this phenomenon. If all sides are not equal, then probably this will not fit. If all sides are equal, all are same, right? So now if you understand this logic, this question is going to be very, very simple. Let's see how it is. So we want to know AB, right? So which is the line joining this particular A and here B. So if I try to draw the diagonal, which is the diagonal, right? So here we have taken the corners, but assume there is a center here, and if you join, so this is not, this is also like, if we draw that also to give further clarity. Okay, so assume in the top you have this one, and in the bottom, let me draw this. This is the bottom surface, and exact in the middle bottom, if I mark a point here, which is somewhere like this, not consider this. Okay, if I join the top middle one with this one, which is kind of diagonal, I can say. So this is actually going to be same as if I join the bottom center with this one, exactly the opposite one, right? So these are also same because the lengths are same, right? So you can assume, this particular as one box and this as a corner, right? So instead of this whole thing, you assume only this much as box. Okay, this much as box. And now the opposites, if you join, they are going to be diagonal, right? Simple. I hope this is very clear. So likewise, if I joining the center A with B, so if I join in the center position, which is O, with the top one, this one, which is something, let's call this as C. Okay, so these two are going to be equal, which is AB is equal to OC, right? And if you see that, OC is nothing but the radius of this sphere, right? Which is straightforward, right? OC or this length, or if you join this with this particular one, these are all same radius. Sphere means for some which is same. If you take circle, so if from the center, if you measure the length of any point lying on a circle, it's all going to be radius, right? The same thing with this is 2D. If you assume the same in 3D, which is like tennis ball, from the center, if you measure the length from any direction, it's all going to be the radius of the sphere, right? So which is the basic thing. So now coming back here, so OC is actually joining the center of the sphere with a point which is lying on the surface. So this is actually going to be R, which is radius. So and hence AB is also going to be radius. Simple. So AB is actually 10 because the radius of it is 20 meter. Diameter, okay, the diameter is 20, so radius is going to be 10. Yes, I hope this is very clear, right? Very simple, right? So let's move on.